Good morning, everyone. It's me, Marcy. I'm live in my own kitchen this morning. I am preparing for a lovely summer weekend. The sun is set to shine, and so I want to be prepared. I picked up a club pack of lean ground beef at Superstore this morning, and I'm going to turn half of it into some burgers. These are going to be mild onion burgers. It's my family's very favorite recipe, and I hope you'll enjoy it too. So it starts with 3 tablespoons of our 3 onion rub. Now this is it's a really mild onion flavor, and it takes the place of actual onions in most recipes. So it's a quick way to settle those kids who don't think they like onions in their food. Okay, so I'm gonna do 3 tablespoons of that. And this is a spice that I buy in bulk, a couple bottles at a time for sure. We use it all the time. Okay, so that's the 3 onion rub. And then in there, I'm going to put 1/3 cup of milk. And I'm gonna take 3 slices of sandwich bread, or an old bun, you know, about the same equivalent. And I'm gonna just tear those into bite-sized pieces and add them to the milk. So what this is going to do is the milk's gonna be absorbed by the bread, and it'll disperse itself through the burger, and it's gonna keep your burger really nice and moist. Okay, so if you're in the habit of adding like breadcrumbs or oatmeal into your burgers, you're doing a similar thing, only you're allowing the oatmeal or the bread to soak up some of the fat from the burgers. So this is gonna keep them nice and light and delicious. Okay, let's see what we've got there. All right, so we're gonna stir that in. And what I'm trying to do is turn the bread into a paste. Okay, so it'll be done when it's not recognizable anymore. Okay, I think we are just about there. It smells delicious. All right, there we go. So I'm gonna take the club pack of ground beef, and we need about 1 kilogram of meat. So that's pretty much half of one of these. So I'll just pop that in. And the funny thing about hamburger, I use lean beef, of course, but the funny thing about hamburger is that we don't want to overwork it. All we want to do is just sort of poke our fingers into it until the bread is sort of, you know, absorbed by the ground beef. We don't want to overwork it. It'll make for tough burgers if you do. And we want to make sure that they're nice and airy and that they have room for that milk and the bread to do its thing. So I would never want to put burgers in like a KitchenAid or anything like that. Okay, I think we're ready. So if you can see, it's not completely smooth. Can you see there? You can still see all of the bread in there, but we don't want to overwork it. That's what makes it tough. All right, so the next thing we've got, let me just wipe my hands off here. The next thing I've got is the Pampered Chef burger press. This is the burger and slider press. I only ever use it for burgers, but you can use it backwards for sliders, little mini burgers. But this is a great summer staple. I can't imagine being without it now. It makes a perfect size burger, and in conjunction with these burger papers, they're called patty papers. You can get them on Amazon at some dollar stores, or if you have a Real Canadian Wholesale Club in your area, that's where I buy mine. They're about $10 a box, and a box is about a lifetime supply. So I use 2 papers for every burger patty that I make, and I like to weigh my burger patties. So I know that my family likes about a 5 or 6 ounce patty, so I'm just gonna weigh that and see what it looks like. Okay, so it's about this big. So now I can feel how big it's gonna be, and I'll have a better idea for the next ones. Okay, so I'm gonna set that in the press on a paper with another paper over top, and I'm gonna take the pusher, very technical, and I'm gonna press that down, but I'm gonna be careful not to go too far one side or the other, okay? And don't press with all your might, because remember I told you about the bread and the milk in there. We don't want to have it too tight because that will, you know, we want to have some room for air in there to make a nice light burger. So that's what we get. And so it's important to have a burger that is thick enough that it doesn't burn when you put it on the barbecue, and that it's all the same thickness right to the edges. Sometimes when I make my own burgers without a press, I find that they're taller in the middle and shorter on the edges, thinner on the edges, and that honestly is a problem because they don't cook evenly. You'll have burnt edges before you have the middles cooked. All right, so this is just the quickest thing. So these burgers, because the beef is fresh, could definitely be frozen before they're cooked so that they're ready to come out and cook them right from frozen on the barbecue. There's really no reason why you couldn't make a whole stack of them at the beginning of summer and just bring them out a few at a time all weekend. How's that for quick? So I don't see why you couldn't use other flavors for this. We like the 3 onion. It's such a mild onion flavor. How quick is this? If I couldn't find these patty papers somewhere, I would definitely just cut up parchment paper. We're set. There we go. So my 6-ounce burgers, my half a pack made 8 patties, and now I'm ready for the weekend. So what do you think? Can you imagine having these now ready in the freezer? I just put them in a Tupperware container and they're ready to go. Because the papers are between, I can just pull out as many as I need and cook them as we go. So I'm a big fan of the Pampered Chef burger and slider press, and I hope you are too. Thanks everyone. Have a great day.